Hey guys, Alex Kolosko is here, your buddy from Photigy.com. Today I want to demonstrate you how we shoot the art reproduction. Basically, this little tutorial for any visual artist who want to digitize their art, flat art, I would say, paintings, drawings, and all kind of things. And we're actually working on the course, on a large course that will cover all types of art, because there is acrylic, there is oil paint, watercolor, all kind of different type of art, which requires a little bit different lighting, or a lot of different lighting. But I want to show you the simplest one, okay? So the whole idea is that you want to shoot something flat. You position the camera. In our case, I selected top-down position. It can be, straight, it doesn't matter, but for me it's easier because, with this large studio stand, it's easy. So camera is the sensor horizontal axis. It should be really horizontal. The art is on horizontal as well. I'm using Hasselblad, but any camera will work. I'm using f11. This is probably the sharpest settings for the lens, for the macro 120mm lens. And for your 35mm camera, it may be somewhere like f8. It may be the sharpest, the sweet spot of your lens. Because, well, we all need really sharp pictures from this. Okay, I'm going to shoot, let's say, this. This is photo print, so it's from photography. But of course, this lighting setup should work not only for the photography, but for art. And I'll show you how it worked with, the crayons. The most important, as in any photography, is the lighting. So the lighting is this: one strip box, okay, narrow soft box on one side, another on another side, about 45 degrees, maybe a little bit less. You need a flat look, okay? It's not an oil paint, so it's just a flat look, and there should be no highlights, nothing. The specular highlights, direct reflection from the light, visible. It should be relatively soft, okay? There is no texture on this. We don't want to show texture, so this is texture-less lighting setup. I have another fluid, so I call it fluid light because it's huge soft box. On top, this will give me very nice coverage of our photo, for example. Shooting tethered, and again, if you shoot relatively large art piece of art, you may go really high, and when you shoot tethered in most cameras, there is a way to manual focus it. So I can, for Hasselblad, I use focus software, and I can remotely focus it very precise. It's so cool. So let's do a shot and actually trigger it as well. When we shoot it, well, of course, the positioning should be right. I just moved it. And let's see. As you can see, the picture looks really good to me. Good sharpen. If you look at the eyes, it's quite in focus. We see all the pixelations and everything from the print, which is awesome. This is what, for example, let me show you. This is how crayon painting look like on a white background, just pieces of white paper. We did a little bit adjustment. For example, you may need to, because this is as is, if we add a little bit clarity, usually it helps, okay? It helps bring the colors on this, and maybe you need a little bit of, well, the clarity is here. You can add contrast if you want, but the whole idea that it should be on a white background, for us it was white background, so it was awesome. Exactly the same lighting setup. Now, if you want to show some texture, if let's say you use some watercolor and your paper is textured paper, that nice, that expensive sort of good paper for watercolor, you need to preserve texture. You don't need to have this light, okay? And basically it should be off. Let's turn it off. And you may play with height of these lights, because to bring texture, you need to shoot relatively narrow, okay? Relatively narrow. If I shoot it with this angle on both lights, it will be more texture. Why? Because it's a narrow angle, right? More sharp angle, and any unevenness will be visible. Of course, we're getting a darker picture here. We need to adjust light because we turn it off the main light. This will work for us if we need texture. Of course, there is no texture on this, or very little texture. Okay, bump it up 1 f-stop, and this is how it looks like. Well, I'm not sure if there is texture because there is no texture, but you see it has just deeper shadows, I would say, with only 2 lights, and it should be symmetrical. What I did is not right because I adjusted only 1 light, but I have to adjust another light, so it's all symmetrical, and in this case, it will be a nice image. This is the basic lighting setup for art reproduction. You put 2 lights and you shoot it. If you need to flat look, a little bit more, less texture, a little bit flat look, you can actually add diffusers over that. In this case, reflectors. If there is no other light involved, you can put reflectors on both sides and they will soften your texture if there is any texture on the art that you're trying to reproduce. This is it. It's pretty simple. However, what you must to do, this is the must. This is the must to do thing, okay? This is little color checker. You can have larger, but without it, you may end up having really unpredictable results. Because on art, it's very important to have correct colors. Color reproduction, right? So, color checker, create a color profile on using any software. For Lightroom, you can do it. For Capture One, I think for Focus, for almost any, you can get a color profile, correct color profile, and this will ensure that you're getting correct colors from your art. Otherwise, you know, white balance all can be really screwed up. Make sure that you have a color profile, correct color profile for your art. It was Alex Koloskov from Photigy.com. Check out our courses. We're the largest online school for studio still life photographers. And subscribe to Photigy channel. Here is a link for you, so you won't miss our next video. Alrighty, good luck for your photography. Bye.